Alright, I'm Matt and I'm back with Fallout 4, where last time we followed the Freedom Trail, kind of. And now we are planning to visit Dr. Amani. Now I just need to figure out which way I wanted to go there in Goodneighbor. Actually, I'm going to the wrong way. Of course. That is pretty much what I do, isn't it? Speaking of which, I just forgot that I did get there. Mutant Hound chops, but failed to eat them. Somebody just died. So... Hehehehe. Another one bites the dust. Oh, come on. Raider survivalist. Who else? Oh, you. Okay. Radar equipment. So I'm currently fighting raiders in a parking garage. And it sounds like the Brotherhood of Steel are supporting me with their vertibird, which is nice and all. Only not expected, eh? Okay. There should be somebody around here, but... might have gotten shot by the Brotherhood of Steel. Those guys don't mess around. So where do we need to go? Next left, and then we should be there. Now leasing. What's that? Water Street Apartments. No, I could just leave it up to the Brotherhood. But why should they have all the fun, right? Am I getting stuck? Right. I got a feeling like I'm going to come across plenty of dead folk at some point. Oh, those were gunners. Were. Either way, Let me see, that should be... Somebody just shoot down the vertibird? Because I'm not hearing it anymore. Oh, that sounds very much like the vertibird went down. That's interesting. Still, I keep getting sidetracked. And we were trying to get into Goodneighbor to meet with the doctor. Oh, this is not good. I didn't even notice that I almost died. Yeah. Let's eat plenty of stuff. Cavalier's boxing glove.
Wouldn't want it going to waste now, would we?
Yeah. Did I get everything? I think I might have. I could probably have avoided that. Okay, who killed those Meierwerks? Was that the Brotherhood? Could be. Could be the Raiders too. It seems like they dragged them over here for easier cooking. Oh, yeah, that was that guy. Let's put the gun away. See how we can actually get to Goodneighbor. Maybe around here? Oh, also, as I see that...
Coming at you almost live from Diamond City, I'm your host, Travis Lonely Miles. And this is Diamond City Radio. Billie Holiday's in love, and that makes it easy living for her. Enjoy, folks.
Well... he did really improve. Fine, Gwyneth Stout. That guy. Still, not exactly Goodneighbor. Still moving around it somehow. Question is, why does Travis refer to himself as lonely? I thought we got him a girlfriend. Just going to get back here. Or is there a door? No, there is not. Kinda sucks. Alright, I can't go through here. So going up there doesn't give me anything. Let's continue on this way. Ah! How about we just follow the signs from here on out? Not sure I've been here. Yes, I have. Because I've got the Freedom Trail right here. And here we are at
Well, it's the detective. Tracking down another wayward husband to his mistress?
Why? Someone stand you up?
You trying that, what do you call it? Evasive language on me? And who are you, huh? Valentine's new dick in training?
We're working together, yeah.
Really? Well, you're in luck. I got a special offer on some insurance for partners of the Great Gumshoe here.
Insurance?
That's right. Insurance. Personal protection, like. You hand over everything you got in their pockets, or accidents start happening to you. Big, bloody accidents.
Whoa, time out. Nick Valentine makes a rare visit to town, and you're hassling his friend here with that extortion crap? Good to see you again, Nick.
Hancock?
What do you care? He ain't one of us.
No love for your mayor, Finn? I said let him go.
You soft, Hancock. You keep letting outsiders walk all over us. One day, there'll be a new man.
Come on, man. This is me we're talking about. Let me tell you something. Why'd you have to go and say that, huh? Breaking my heart over here. You alright, brother?
I'm fine. Thanks for taking care of him.
Good. Now don't let this incident taint your view of our little community. Good neighbors of the people, for the people. You feel me? Everyone's welcome.
Well, I might have shanked him myself, so...
Goodneighbor? That what you call this place?
That's right. We cobbled this little neighborhood together out of the freaks and misfits that just wouldn't be accepted anywhere else. You'll see. You make enough friends here, you'll call this place home soon enough. So long as you remember who's in charge.
Whoever this Brotherhood of Steel is, I'm not buying that we come in peace malarkey.
Well... They do seem to be busy
Hell yeah.
clearing...
Brotherhood of Steel. Better stay out of Goodneighbor. All I'm saying.
They do seem to clean the place up, so...
New face walks into my store, and you're not even screaming yet. Very polite. You let me know if anything catches your fancy.
Did you say something about people screaming at you?
That's right. Some newcomers have never seen a ghoul before. Can't handle a friendly face, I say. So you need some supplies?
Well, she looks better than Pharaoh's.
Let's see what you have.
Remember, no returns, exchanges, or death threats.
Well... Do I have... Yeah, I've got some jet that I can sell. Also some psycho. Gonna keep everything else. There we go.
What, you need something to take the edge off? Fred Allen, Hotel Rexford. He'll hook you up.
Well, hello. Everything here is guaranteed to injure, maim, or kill at your discretion. Except me. I only kill when I want to.
What are you?
I'm a woman, baby. Can't you tell?
Nope.
You certainly look like a woman, yes.
And that's all that matters, right? Now are you buying what I'm selling?
Let's see what you got.
Each weapon tested on someone who deserved it.
I like that approach. Assault rifle. Thing of interesting. Of interest. Marksman's excited laser rifle. Yeah. Maximum capacity. Okay. Party starter. That looks like a missile launcher. I just realized I never checked if there are special weapons around around shops. But alright. So where do we need to go? Probably not the old state house or the warehouse or any warehouse. At the
In case
neighbor.
you're wondering, the Diamond City radio signal comes in loud and clear here in Goodneighbor. And that Travis? Man, he got good.
Yep, he did.
Better keep your iron strapped on. Friendly advice.
Yes?
Bunch of drifters, Hotel Rexford.
What you did
Right?
saved that Rex Goodman from the super mutants, right? Guess not everyone appreciates the bard, am I right?
Oh! Does Rex live in the Hotel Rexford or maybe even own it? That would make sense, but we are here for the memory den. So...
Well, well, Mr. Valentine, I thought you had forgotten about little old me.
May have walked out of the den, Irma, but I'd never walk out on you.
Amari's downstairs, you big flirt.
Right. Lead the way, Nick. Or do I have to talk to
Here
her?
for Amari, she's downstairs.
Okay. So downstairs it is. Looks like Nick does lead the way. And I got a feeling that's not just a place to view memories.
Dr. Amari?
Yes? I take it this isn't a social call.
This one's all yours, Nick.
We need a memory dig, Amari, but it's not going to be easy. The perp, Kellogg, is already cold on the floor.
Are you two mad? Putting aside the fact that you're asking me to defile a corpse, you don't realize that the memory simulators require intact, living brains to function.
Isn't there some way to make this work?
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Amari. The biggest scientific secret of the Commonwealth. You need this, and so do we.
Fine. I'll take a look. But no guarantees. Do you have it with you?
Here's what I could find.
What's this? This isn't a brain. This is... Wait. That's the hippocampus. And this thing attached to it? A neural interface?
Those circuits look awfully familiar.
I'm not surprised. From what I've seen, all Institute technology has a similar architecture.
Oh, shit.
Go on, Doctor.
Mr. Valentine is an older generation synth. But Institute technology being what it is, the brain implant could fit him. But that's an incredible risk to take. We're talking about wiring something to his brain,
Don't worry about me, Amari. I'm well past the warranty date anyway.
I appreciate this, Nick.
You can thank me when we've found your son. All right, let's do this.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Valentine, just sit down.
If I start cackling like an old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
Let's see here. I need you to keep talking to me, Mr. Valentine. Any slight change in your cognitive functions could be dire. Are you feeling any different?
There's a lot of flashes. Static. I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what I was afraid of. The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe. There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
Tell me you have a way past this, Doc.
Let me think. The encryption is too strong for a single mind. But what if we use two? We load both you and Mr. Valentine into the memory loungers. Run your cognitive functions in parallel. He'll act as a host, while your consciousness drives through whatever memories we can find.
All right. Let's get started.
Just sit down over there, and keep your fingers crossed.
See
No,
you
wait,
on the
that-
other side.
No, wait, that can go wrong, right? Also, with her saying that, or with that being done by the Institute, and her saying that all their technology has a similar architecture, I've got a feeling that maybe they also implanted something in Sean, and I don't like that.
Nice.
Okay.
Battles are won with fists. Wars with wits.
Initiating brainwave migration between the transplant and the host. Mnemonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on.
Also, that place we are in upstairs looks a little like a brothel. So, yeah.
Can you hear me? Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location.
Yeah.
This is the earliest intact memory I can find.
Oh. I see.
Remember, you are experiencing these memories as Kellogg. This may prove disorienting at first.
Turn down the goddamn radio! I'm trying to sleep!
Okay.
I was such a dummy back then. What did I know about how the world worked? I think now she wanted me to kill him. I should have. Instead, I ended up running away. I told myself I wanted to find somewhere out from under the thumb of the NCR and all their rules. But really, I was running from the guilt of not protecting her from Dad. Yeah, it doesn't matter now, though.
I'm guessing I'm doing those in the wrong direction, in the wrong order.
Mom knew how it was. She wasn't soft, but she loved me in her way. And she protected me from Dad. That cost her more than a few beatings. I never knew what happened to her after I left. I didn't want to know. Not then. People always hoping for something better. They usually end up with something worse.
What a joke.
What's it mean, Mom?
Nothing, Connie. People like to talk and hope someone else is going to keep them safe.
Teacher at school said the NCR would bring back the good old days. Like before the big war.
Don't you listen to that twaddle. I'm going to stop sending you if that's what they're teaching you.
I'm going out. Where the fuck did you put my boots? Dad was either drunk or not around. I guess he must have run with one of the raider gangs, but I never really knew what he did. Don't know why Mom was with him. Maybe at some point in his life he wasn't a complete asshole.
Listen to me, Connie. You take this. You're old enough. You're the man of the family now. It's your job to protect us. Your father's useless, but you won't turn out like him. You're a good boy. And all that on the radio. All useless talk. The only thing that will protect you in this world is that gun in your hands. You need to learn to use it if you're going to survive.
I will, Mom. I promise. I won't let you down.
You've always been my good boy.
This doesn't seem to be what we're looking for. There appears to be another intact memory close to you in temporal sequence. There. Try that one.
The thing about happiness is you only know you had it when it's gone. I mean, you may think to yourself that you're happy, but you don't really believe it. Focus on that petty bullshit or next job or whatever. It's only looking back, by comparison with what comes after, that you really understand that's what happiness felt like. It's gonna be fine. You'll see. I was the worst thing that ever happened to her. If she'd never met me, she'd have stayed in the hub, maybe hooked up with someone who didn't kill people for a living. Probably been happier than she was with me. Almost certainly lived longer.
We don't know anybody here. And now, with the baby?
Come on, Sarah, you've got to give it a chance. I finally got steady work with a good outfit. Nothing like that in the NCR these days.
No, I'm not saying this was a mistake. I'm just... Are you sure these guys know what they're doing?
Whatever made me think that a guy like me should have a daughter? No, I never deserved her. Not for 1 second.
They seem kind of green.
I know, but that's where I come in. Just wait. In a few years, I'll be running my own crew. As soon as I make the connections I need. Then I can give you anything you want. And little Mary, too.
I never worried about you before. Must be my mama instincts kicking in. Who knew I had those, huh?
Come on, you're great with her. And you don't need to worry about me. Most of it's just running security for the she. A lot of standing around looking tough.
Well, they sure picked the right person for that job.
Listen, it's gonna be great here. See this? This is what's gonna keep you and Mary safe. I promise.
I know, Connie. I'm sure we're gonna be really happy here.
We are. You'll see. That's okay. I got her.
Let's keep looking. I'll connect you to the next intact memory.
So Kellogg came from the NCR, New California Republic, where
you'll see.
Thingy,
But we don't know
where Fallout, or the area where Fallout 1, 2 and New Vegas are set. Apparently his wife question mark, came from the hub in that same area, and then they moved to San Francisco. Now, I have to admit I haven't played New Vegas, so I don't know if you actually get San Francisco, or if we actually know what's in San Francisco after the war or in the Fallout universe.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg? You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know, they died like dogs. And you weren't there to help them.
I found another memory to try. I'll connect it.
So that whole going down a hallway and being taunted by someone sounds familiar.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg?
Apparently in his case, the guy who taunted him was the guy who killed his wife and daughter.
Mind if we sit down?
Suit yourself. I didn't care where I was going. Ended up mostly wandering east. Getting as far away from San Francisco as I could, maybe. There's always someone who wanted someone else dead. Sometimes just roughed up, but dead was usually what they wanted. Sometimes they thought they could cheat me. That was usually only when I first arrived somewhere. Didn't matter to me. They just took it as part of the job. Little extra thrown in for free. I always got paid in the end. One way or another. There was always a job for someone like me. Didn't matter what it was. Didn't matter who I was supposed to kill. I got pretty good at it.
So...
I don't remember much from that time. It all kinda blends together. There was almost always a bar, though. That's universal.
Oh, I hear you'll take care of people's problems. Is that right?
If you pay me.
Oh, we'll pay you. And, you'll do this all by yourself?
That's right.
We pay you when the job's done. Is that okay?
That's the way you want to do it. So who do you want dead?
Well, it's like this. There's his family. Lives down the creek a ways.
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
He got into the mercenary business, killing folk, and apparently he didn't really care if it was families he killed. Maybe. I don't know.
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you decided to meet with me.
So, you're with the Institute. I wanted to see for myself if you really existed. I finally ended up in the Commonwealth. I kinda ran out of road. Plus, I'd come to terms with life. I wasn't gonna be stupid enough to get mixed up with caring about other people again. It was just me against the world. And the world had it coming. First synths weren't all that impressive. I'm good, but I'm not that good. But the Institute could always make more, and kept making them better each time. They still give me the creeps, but you have to get used to them if you want to work with the Institute. First synths weren't all that impressive. I'm good, but I'm not that good. But the Institute could always make more, and kept making them better each time. They still give me the creeps, but you have to get used to them if you want to work with the Institute. You heard all sorts of rumors about the Institute, but I figured they were just a convenient boogeyman for anything bad that ever happened. They were real, all right. They didn't know anything about operating on the surface. Relied on their synths for everything. They had the resources I needed, and I had the expertise they needed. Turned into a permanent arrangement, which suited me just fine.
As you can see.
What do you want?
It's come to my attention that you've been rather disruptive of our operations lately. This must stop.
I do what people pay me to do. If that's a problem for you, I could see only one way out.
And what's that, Mr. Kellogg?
If I'm working for you, there's no more problem. From what I hear, you can afford me.
I don't think you fully understand the situation you're in.
I think I do.
Very well. B-748, initiate. Impressive. We may have something to talk about after all.
Getting warmer. One of these
Well?
has got to tell us something. We're running out of brain here. There's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
Gotta say, I gotta admit his the way he negotiated with the Institute, or the actual fact that he got down to talk with them and walked away from it, not too bad.
Override initiated. Cryogenic stasis suspended.
Vault computers are still working. That's good. Checking through the logs. Hopefully.
I was now the Institute's main operator in the Commonwealth. If they needed something done, they came to me. It wasn't usual for anybody from the Institute to come along on a mission, so this one stood out. They didn't know then who it was we were grabbing from the vault. Of course, neither did they. Not really.
It's all
just find it.
Pod C6.
The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me. But they needed me, and I made sure they knew it. The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me. But they needed me, and I made sure they knew it. I never knew why we didn't just refreeze the rest of them. But we had our orders. Guess the old man didn't want so many loose ends. Too bad he left alive the one person he shouldn't have. Even then, I knew it was a mistake leaving him alive. I understood that kind of revenge. No one better. But I was cocky enough to assume I could handle some soft, pre-war vault dweller, even if he somehow got thawed out. At least I know those Institute bastards will soon get what's coming to them, too. If he could take me out, they won't be able to hide from him for long. I'm glad I didn't have to kill the kid. I'm not saying I haven't done it, but, I never like to. And yeah, I guess it did remind me of, her. Yeah, I'm a cold-hearted bastard for sure, but, still human. Better this way, though. Better than taking her kid and leaving her alive.
So
This is the one. Here.
Open it.
Is it over? Are we okay?
Almost. Everything's going to be fine.
Come here. Come here, baby. No. I've got him.
Let the boy go. I'm only going to tell you once.
I'm not giving you Sean!
God damn it. Get the kid out of here and let's go. At least we still have the backup.
Cryogenic sequence reinitialized.
What's the holdup?
I'm almost finished, Kellogg. I just need to confirm. All right, we're good.
I'm sorry you had to go through that again. I found another intact memory. Whenever you're ready.
So they were the reason why everybody else was dead and I got refrozen. I was wondering why only I survived. To be thought out later. But they actually did that on purpose. So they would have the backup, me, and no further loose ends, as they say.
Is that your son? This appears to be a very recent memory. So, good news, I think.
That's his.
This whole setup in Diamond City was part of some elaborate plan of the old man's. Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works. I wonder if he outsmarted me in the end. Another loose end tied up. Wasn't my idea to settle down with the kid in the middle of Diamond City. I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long.
Kellogg.
It's okay. The new breed of synths could easily pass as human. Some of them did. But the coursers, they weren't built to blend in. They were killing machines, pure and simple. Smarter, stronger, and faster than almost any real human. I'm just glad they were always on my side. One of these days, you're gonna get your head blown off just barging in here like that.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
Left? As in?
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
I'm gonna have to get to the glowing sea.
Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or just elimination?
Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience boys? Damn. So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
Well, interested what he is going, or how this is going to work. Gonna be a teleporter or something, isn't it?
X688, ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
Bye.
Bloody hell.
Teleportation. Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready.
Oh, they're using the memory, the interface thing. And I knew it, Sean was on friendly terms with Kellogg.
Slow movements, okay? I don't know what kind of side effects the procedure might have had. No one's ever done this before. How do you feel?
I'm okay, Doctor. Thank you.
That's good, but I want you to keep monitoring yourself. We have to be sure there's no long-term damage. Are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
How do we start? Where do we start?
I saw Kellogg's life. The man who ruined my family. The man I killed.
That's right. He was a human being just like the rest of us.
That's
and
so
he had
different.
reasons for being what he was, however cruel. How does that make you feel?
Well, I don't really forgive him. Because he had a choice. I understand that he... I kinda understand what he went through,
Feeling
or must
guilty?
have gone through.
I'm not sure, Doctor.
I don't know if there's any right way to feel. We're getting off track. The important thing is that we discovered the Institute's greatest secret, teleportation. The only question is, what do we do now?
That scientist Kellogg was supposed to track down. Virgil, we need to find him.
You're right. A rogue Institute scientist could answer all kinds of questions. Where did the memory say he was? The glowing sea? That doesn't make sense. No one goes there. Not even if they were desperate.
Well...
Why? What makes the glowing sea so dangerous?
The name says it all. Radiation. So much that nothing there could possibly live. Nothing pleasant. Navigating radioactive hazards is nothing new. But the glowing sea can kill a man in seconds. That's why it doesn't make sense. Virgil fleeing into that hell. The exposure alone.
That's why he's there. To make the Institute think twice about following him.
That must be it. He's using the radiation in the glowing sea like a shield, or a cloak. A way to throw them off and be at an advantage. If Virgil found a way to survive there, you'll have to do the same. If you're going to follow him.
Are you shitting me? If I'm going to follow him?
How do I fight that much radiation, Doctor?
There are chemical compounds. Rad-X, Radaway. You'd need as much as you could carry. Maybe more. A sealed environment suit would be great, if you could find one. Or maybe one of those suits of power armor? That would be perfect.
Well, I have one, or two, or three of those.
I'll find a way to get through the rads. Don't worry.
Good luck. And be safe. By the way, I unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Removed the implant while you were waking up. He's waiting for you upstairs.
I was wondering where it had gone. Talk to Nick. Oh, someone's conked out in here.
Hey, Valentine.
Hope you got what you were looking for inside my head. I was right. I should have killed you when you were on ice.
Kellogg? Is that you?
What? What are you talking about?
You sounded like Kellogg just then.
Did I? Huh. Mari said there might be some mnemonic impressions left over. Anyway, I feel fine, so let's get going.
So...
We have to head into the glowing sea. Any advice?
I'm a synth, so radiation isn't much of an issue for me, but an old suit of power armor might just be the guardian angel you're looking for. That, or you could buy up all the Rad-X and Rad-Away you can find from any chem dealer who's got it in stock.
So am I going to take Nick? Or am I going to go alone? I think I'm gonna go alone.
I'm gonna head out on my own from here, Nick.
Good luck out there. You know where to find me.
Right. I'm not going to go there with dog meat either. Where is that glowing act? No, that's not the way. Warwick Homestead, University Point, whatever. Ah, wait a minute. Okay. So there we go. But I thought I just saw a symbol. Oh, that's the Museum of Witchcraft over in Salem. Witchcraft? Witchcraft? There we have the glowing sea. Well, that's interesting. I think police department. Right. But yeah, we've got one power armor at Sanctuary, one at the Red Rocket truck stop over here, and then we've got a second power armor hanging around at Sanctuary, which might be the one that I have been looking for around this place. I don't remember, but it could be I actually moved that one up as well. So yeah, we have continued the main quest line a little, and I think that's about as far as we're gonna go right present. What I am going to do as well is I'm gonna grab dog meat. Is what I'm gonna do off camera. Gonna grab dog meat, then we're gonna have head on over to the Cambridge police station and see about following the Brotherhood quest lines. Or yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. After that, we're gonna check out the farms, Dr. Piper maybe, or rather check out the farms with Piper, and then you'll see where we go, right?
Everyone, gather around. Let's kick the breeze back. Shoot the fat. Now I know you all are doing your own thing, but I don't want anyone here to forget what matters. Hey, Daisy, glad you can make it. How's my favorite girl doing? Didn't I see you on a date with Morowski the other day?
He wishes.
All right, we're getting off track. What was I saying? Oh, that's right. What matters? We freaks gotta stick together. And the best way to stick together is to keep an eye out for what drives us apart. You feel me?
Yeah, you tell it like it is, Hancock.
Now, what out there in our big, friendly Commonwealth would want to drive us apart? What kind of twisted, unneighborly boogeyman would want to hurt our peaceful community?
The Institute and their sins!
That's right. Who said that? Coming up to my office later. You've earned yourself some jet. The Institute. They're the real enemy. Not the Raiders. Not the super mutants. Not even those tools over in Diamond City.
I don't know, Hancock. I'd sure love to give McDonough a kick in the ass.
Hey, we all know I got my own personal beef with that lardhead. But stay focused. Now, I want everyone to keep the Institute in mind. When someone starts acting funny. When people are doing things they don't normally do. When family starts pushing you away for no reason. We all know who's behind that kind of shit. And and the only way to stop it is to stick together.
They can't control us if we're not afraid. Now, who's scared of the Institute?
Not us.
And which town in the Commonwealth should the Institute not fuck with?
Goodneighbor.
And who's in charge of Goodneighbor?
Hancock. Of the people, for the people.
So,
Something? Welcome home.
got a few thoughts about this. First off, come to my office, you're gonna get some jet as a reward. That's... well, maybe I'm misremembering stuff, but last I heard, or read, or noticed, that was Fallout 3 in fact, jet was a drug that, well, while it is a little helpful...
Now, I've seen a lot of crazy stuff in my time, but a flying ship? Yowza.
While it's helpful for combat, it's also addictive, and withdrawal is a bitch, kinda. So yeah, I don't know.
Excuse me.
Hey there. You're new around Goodneighbor, if I'm not mistaken. What do you think of the place?
It's changed a lot since the last time I was here.
Been here before? Well, Goodneighbor's definitely come up in the past few years. Mostly since Hancock took over. Name's Rufus. I do repairs around here. Keep the robots running, sell a bit of scrap, that sort of thing. I'm usually fixing stuff over at the Hotel Rexford, or drinking that swill down at the third rail. Looking for parts? I also might have a job for you if you're interested.
What's the job?
Don't know if you've had the beer down at the third rail, but I swear Charlie must have found it in a sewer.
Found this holotape while doing repairs at the Rexford. Delivery notice for a brewing machine. Pre-war. Thing is, it was never delivered. Well, with all the bombs and all. Done some asking around, and I think it might still be intact. Which is where you come in.
What's the catch?
The usual. Place it's in isn't empty. Might have to shoot your way in. Think you can get a hold of that brewing machine for me?
I'm in. Let's do it.
Great. So, the brewing machine is in the basement of an old bar called the Shamrock Tap House. When you leave town, make your way around east till you hit Atlantic. Great big green sign. Bring it back here when you're done.
Right. Yeah, some final thoughts about Kellogg, though. As I said, I kinda understand what, why he turned out the way he turned out.
Hey, you. Looking for work?
What kind of work?
It's good work. Under the supervision of the best boss you'll ever have. If you don't mind a little manual labor, and don't ask too many questions, you're in. I'll give you 50 caps to start. Interested?
I'm gonna need more to go on here.
There's a project I'm working on. A big one. One that could get me into lots of trouble if the wrong person finds out. So a little discretion is called for. I got a delicate house of cards going here, you know.
You can do better than that.
Fine. Take 100 up front.
I'm in.
That's what I like to hear. Let's go inside. I'll give you the lowdown.
Yeah. Before we follow this quest, I'm just gonna finish my thought. And that is, yeah, as I said, I can kinda understand why he turned out the way he turned out. I mean, he lost his wife and daughter to probably a band of mercenaries or raiders, and that's where things get iffy, though. Where I come from and saying, he had a choice. Well, he got uprooted. That's understandable. He started traveling, fine. Started doing mercenary work, also okay. And then he became exactly the kind of man who put him into this place, pretty much. He started killing for money. I mean, I'm doing this right present, so you could just chalk that up to it being the wasteland. But he apparently didn't have a problem taking out families. His going for the Institute wasn't too bad. They're a little questionable, I have to say. But it was possibly a step up. He might have even been able to improve them. And then he did exactly what happened to him. Killing the wife and taking the kid of a guy. So, as he noted himself in that final recording, or in that second to last recording, it's just understandable that I come after him. I mean, even he understood it, but he still did it, and that's where I say he had a choice. He had the choice to not take this job, to walk away. He was. I don't think the Institute would have been much of a danger to him. Sure, he would have had to sleep with one eye open from then on, but I get a feeling that maybe he had to do that before. Is what he said about his traveling time. There was always people who wanted to cheat him, to have him do a job and not get paid, not pay him. So yeah, the Institute wouldn't have been much of a difference, I think. Sure, they would have had more people, more sins, but yeah. Of course, the question is, would they have hired somebody else if he had said no? But that's always the question, and maybe he could have done something about that as well. Who knows? But yeah, but I can also kind of understand why he stayed in that line of work. I mean, at that point he has been doing that for years, possibly decades. Yeah. I don't know what to think about him. I don't think I hate him more, but I don't really forgive him. Also, episodes have been running kinda long lately. I'm just going to find Bobby. Desk fan.
Ready to get to work?
Are you gonna tell me what we're actually doing?
Look, we're pulling a job here. Big payoff. Taking some things that aren't technically ours yet.
Sounds ambitious.
It is, and that's why we need some help. You are gonna be doing some digging.
What are we digging for? Buried treasure?
You could call it that. But seriously, lay off the questions. The other two are down there digging already. Go give them a hand, will ya?
Not entirely sure I wanna actually do that right now. Gonna be a trap, isn't it?
to get through.
Want to see what's on the other side?
Oh, yeah. You think Bobby will pay us this week?
I don't know, man. Starting to feel like doing charity. Did you just hear something?
It's crawling with Mirelurks. Bail! Bobby can take this job and shove it.
Good luck down there, new guy.
Mirelurks. Of course it's Mirelurks. At least I don't have to dig. Uh-oh. Shit. Nope. That's actually not entirely what I wanted. Well, not entirely. Where are they? There we go. That combat shotgun comes in a little... Ooh, violent combat shotgun! Plus 25% damage and limb damage, but has more recoil. I'll take it! Either way. But what I was about to say, that combat shotgun comes in a lot handier when dealing with Mirelurks. So whatever she was planning to get, what we did get was Mirelurks. Isn't that great? Also, I think Dano said something about combat shotguns or shotguns in general coming in handy with Mirelurks. Do have a tool case here.
That's it.
No clue.
What is going on in my tunnel?
That room was filled with Mirelurks.
At least you put up a better fight than those good-for-nothings. Well, you stuck around at least. So I guess you're promoted. You get to be my new gun. I think we just need one more guy. An old friend. He'll want a fair cut, but we saw what being cheap got me.
Who is this guy?
He's just the guy we need to speed things along. Likes gadgets, money, and not much else. First, I think it's best if you actually see what we're after. I have some things to check on in Diamond City. Head over to the noodle shop there, and I'll meet you when I finish up my business.
Right. That's something we aren't going to do this episode. It's... it's definitely gone on way too long by now. So, there's that. She didn't kill those guys, did she? No, good. But yeah, I did lay out what we are kind of planning to do next time, which is checking out the Brotherhood quests, then grabbing Piper and seeing about doing the next Minutemen quests. But that will, as I said, be the next episodes. And until then, thank you and good night.